BBC article is quite interesting. They had a quick analysis on the current situation of JioMart coming in. So, like, these guys basically say that India's current policy isn't that favorable to the outside players coming into market.
Right.
In the sense, like, there are quite FDI restrictions to save up on the domestic market that India has actually.
Yeah.
Uh, so, like, Amazon and Flipkart, which is backed by Walmart, basically, these guys are quite restricted in terms of deep discounting.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Jio, being the domestic player, uh, won't have such a deep impact of the FDI policy or rules that are in place.
Right.
Uh, though there are Indian competitors in this space like Big Basket and Grofers too, which have quite a customer base.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing Geo coming in, since we also know that Reliance has been quite disrupted in any space that they enter, whether be it telecom, whether be it energy, power. Uh, so yeah, like I think the same strategy would also be followed with respect to the retail space too by Reliance,
Right.
by JioMart. Uh,
And the
uh, so
and the comparison with Amazon is uncanny, right? So you were saying Amazon's tagline is what?
yeah, so like these guys, JioMart has come out with a tagline called "Desh ki Nai Dukaan," yeah,
Right.
which is very similar to Amazon's "Apni Dukaan" campaign.
Right.
Yeah, so that way, even the jingles are quite similar that way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the and,
So
and
now the fight is
yeah.
who's the regional Dukaan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And they have to like provide a lot of incentives to achieve this, right? So here on JioMart's website itself, we see them, giving reasons as to why we should shop with them, and they're definitely,
Yeah.
bringing out the big guns here, saying, okay, listen, we have a lot of products. And again, they're
Yeah.
following a similar model for when they started Jio, saying, okay, we have free home delivery with no minimum order value, and that's definitely going to get a lot of people
Yeah,
to start
yeah.
using them, at least initially.
Definitely, we also know that India is a very price sensitive market.
Correct.
So that way, Jio would be able to much fastly acquire the Indian mindset with respect to free delivery and also no question asked return policy. So
Yeah.
these are basically the trends that are already currently in the market space.
Yeah.
So Jio is also playing on the similar trends as of now. And yeah, like they also have a registration form which says that you could save up to 3,000 rupees at launch. Uh, but I guess they haven't launched the app yet. Uh, but yeah, sooner they will. Be
Yeah, and
coming up on
the only
your-
other point of focus is that instead of establishing its native warehousing, Reliance is building JioMart on an online to offline model, where it will source
Yeah.
grocery items from nearby merchants, similar to what Amazon Prime Now and Grofers used to do earlier. And so this means that the new venture
Yeah.
will emerge as a platform for offline retailers to cater to online focused customers. So this is really tying up those people who are not connected to the internet but have a lot of inventory sitting around, and this means that a lot of that inventory will also now stop going bad and can be consumed before it goes bad, because it's they have a lot more people to push that inventory to. So like vegetables and highly perishable goods just sitting around and that can only be fresh for only so long, is now going to find a place, and someone to consume it. I mean, I think that's
Yeah,
generally good
yeah.
for the environment as well. And so
And we also seeing the acquisition made by Reliance specifically for JioMart. If we see, they have recently acquired a logistics startup which is Grab a Grub to augment its e-commerce venture. Uh, the company was also spotted dealing with software company which is C Square that serves a solution to distributors, retailers, online e-commerce and sale force automation. So I guess this would majorly for easier billings when they buy or like a order is majorly placed to a offline retailer. So it could be for
right.
them.
So yeah, so currently I think they're already online, and they're operating in Navi Mumbai, Thane, and Kalyan. Um,
Yeah, they're just to Maharashtra as of now,
Correct.
and over there just serving in three
Correct,
places.
and I think I'm still not sure how you access it to order it in that area, because they don't have mobile apps yet, and I don't see anything else
Yeah, correct.
on their website also. Um,
I think since they have a column called Enable WhatsApp Assistance, so they might be taking orders on WhatsApp just to check uh,
Possibly,
maybe just their delivery systems as
yeah,
of
but it's
now,
still very
or like
unclear.
what maximum
Yeah,
could. Yeah,
but it's still
exactly.
very
Yeah,
unclear
yeah,
on how one would get into JioMart and then start placing orders. And there's also a place where you can pre-register, and I think you'll
yeah,
probably get notified when it's active in your area, because they definitely take your pin code. And I think that's to kind of gauge demand as to how many people from what area are requesting. So I think the bottom line is that this move by JioMart is to tap into the remaining, say, 95% of retail that is largely untouched by technology and the onset of digital platforms.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
it's unlocking the potential that 95% can provide.
Mm.
That what Jio is after, and it's something that needs to be done. And funnily enough, it's probably only Reliance along with Jio that's in a position to actually nail that effort, right? Um, Only because they are entirely integrated vertically, starting from being the telecom infrastructure and information infrastructure and base layer of information, all the way up until the application layer facing the consumer. It's very interesting now to see what JioMart is going to do with yeah.
Yeah, like another thing of Reliance is that it isn't a technology company. So, like, whichever sector they majorly enter, their primary move is to acquire whatever is available locally, in the sense, like, whichever company is performing
Right.
well, or like they are majorly on the acquisition spree. So, like, for the past decade, we have been seeing that Reliance has acquired $3 billion worth of
Correct.
companies. Uh, so yeah, similarly, we could see a trend of acquisition by JioMart. They might acquire either Big Basket or Grofers to support their further logistic and customer
Right.
base. Uh, but seeing how the big buck the JioMart is gonna be, I don't think they would require such small startups in front of it. Like it's definitely going to give a very big competition to small startups like small company ventures like your Big Basket and Grofers, whereas Amazon and Flipkart are still high on capital infusion. So
Correct.
like uh, these
I mean,
guys
capital
might
cash,
be able
yeah,
to
cash
sail
flows
the
is
yeah,
something
yeah,
Reliance doesn't have to worry
yeah,
about. Yeah.
exactly. Like these guys would be like even the big guys like Amazon and Flipkart would be able to sail their
Yeah.
boat, but I think the major suffering would be taken by either Big Basket and Grofers majorly in the space.
Yeah. I
Uh,
believe so as
yeah,
well.
and like we
Yeah.
could actually see, yeah, and we could actually see a acquisition taking place by JioMart this year maybe
Mm-hmm.
itself of either Big Basket or Grofers.